outrun the bear. But the thing is, I don't need to outrun the bear. I only need to outrun you. And that's what this game is a bunch of campers who are running away from a bear. You're going to be building a long pathway here. It's going to be longer with these tiles randomly put. I just have it short so you can see it on the screen. And this is the best part of the game. This bear is going to be moving. And if he catches you, well, we don't want to talk about that. So players are going to be going first each round. Each player has a little card here that gives you, talks a little bit about your character and tells you your special ability. Some of them are passive, and some of them you can take as your action. At the beginning of your turn, you're going to look and see what terrain you're on, and that terrain is going to provide you with some sort of benefit. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You then have the option of taking an action. Your action can be crawling, move forward 2 spaces. You can sprint to move 5 spaces, but you'll need to discard 4 cards from your hand if you do so. You can play a card from your hand. Sometimes it's equipment, which you can have 1 equipment, will give you a benefit for the rest of the game. Other times, they will be actions that you'll play on other players. Like this one, discard half of another player's hand, round it down, move 2 spaces for each card they discarded. Although there's also reactions. This says discard is when your runner would be moved, your runner's not moved. Maybe someone's trying to move you backwards. There's a lot of cards. The cards are not particularly great quality, but the cards also have bear prints on them, because when everyone's done, you're going to take a look at the bottom 2 cards from the pile. Not the bottom 2. The number of cards you draw from the pile is the number of paws that are printed on the board from the lead runner back to beyond the bear. And so the farther the track is, the farther your head, the more you'll draw. And then each of these shows how far. So if I draw 3, I would add these numbers together, and that's how far the bear moves. You need to be the last surviving player, have everyone else get eaten by the bear, or be the first one to the car. I guess you leave everyone else behind? Okay, you don't leave everyone else behind. You could get to the car. We never have yet. This game is a game I really wanted to love. I love this huge bear. I love the idea of running, the idea of the terrain affecting you. At the end of your turn, you draw 2 cards. You have to decide, do I want to play these cards or save them up so I can get 4 cards to sprint? But the take that is just too strong in this game. So many of these cards are just like, take someone else, move them, draw more cards for the bear. Make someone reveal their hand until their next turn. Move another player 2 spaces. So you always move them back, and then you move 2 spaces. And I don't know, it just felt very wild and chaotic. Yes, ha 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 ha. And I had a funny time playing it, but I wouldn't go back to it because I just don't feel like there's anything here that's really interesting. It feels kind of like a game from years gone by, almost a roll and move, except here you're doing this. It has the semblance of strategy. They have a hard side of the board to make it even harder. And it's just, I don't know where the actual fun is unless you like making someone else get eaten by a bear in a game. Then you might enjoy this. But for me, this one here, Outrun the Bear, is a 5 out of 10.